This is my acoustic nylon string guitar. It needs new strings. So we're gonna put on new strings. But I was also thinking, while we have the strings off, we might as well clean it up a little bit and add a microphone to it. A little piezo disc under the bridge to make things a little bit fun and interesting, and give me the option to maybe plug this into some weird wacky pedals and, I don't know, maybe make music. It's been a while since I made some music, so I better get going. Yeah! Old broken strings are off. Let's get them off here on the tuners as well, and see if we can maybe move on to a brighter future where new and nice strings are on this guitar. Now, I don't necessarily feel that this fretboard needs oiling, but I'm putting a little bit of this on to clean it up, just to give it a little bit, you know, even though I don't necessarily feel like it's super dry or anything. But while the strings are off and so I might as well just give the guitar a little bit of a once over. There we go. Now it looks even nicer and more nicer. Yeah, that's a word. More nicer. Alright, so this one has to go. So we have to unscrew it, hold on to the guitar as good as we can, and unscrew this. There we have it. And we got our power drill and another drill bit. So let's first just find something that is approximately the right size. Enlarge this. And then let's enlarge it again. And let's enlarge it again. And now I need to enlarge this to 12mm, and I don't have a 12mm bit, so I'm going to use this step bit and just slowly. Let's take a look here. That looks good, but we have to get a little bit further in. So let's use this, enlarge that hole. There we go. Alright, so now we can take our jack and we can push it in. And as you can see, it fits rather well. I think that's going to work. Now, what we need to do is solder the pickup wires so that we can get this thing going. Yeah. Alright, so here we have a piezo element, as it's called. And I'm going to show you how to wire this up real quick and easy. In the middle here, we'll add our lead signal. I've already pre-tinned these just to make it a little bit easier for myself. And so I'm just going to melt these together like so. And they're on the side here where the actual gold plate is. That is where our ground is. And since I'm using a sort of a double-in-one wire here where they are connected, to not confuse myself when we go to our next step, I put a piece of tape right there, or something like that. Super easy. You can put something over this if you want to. I have a bit of tape that came with the piezo, and I hope it's gonna hold up. Then I have a long wire here, or two. Let's jump over to the guitar. So let's install this piezo. Right here I have it. Let's see if I can get this sticker off so I can put it in there. There we go. And first I'm just gonna push this piezo. Gonna be careful to not something like that. That's under the bridge. Give it a little squeeze, you know, so that you're sure it's getting attached. And then I'm taking some wire, steel here, just pull out a bit, push it through here. And then I just try to find the two wires. I know this is probably not that fun to watch because you can't really see what I'm doing. I tried to put a camera inside the guitar, but it was all just pitch black in there, and I don't know how to put up lights in the camera. I mean, in the guitar. So would have been nice to show you. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Twist the metal around the wire. So I'm just gonna feel the piezo, make sure it's all good. Let's pull this out through here, and hopefully, yeah, we got the wires with us, and we just untangle them like so. And there we have the wires. So let's pull this wire out until we feel like it's a little bit taut, and then let's add a clipper like that so that we don't mess things up. And then let's separate these two wires. Hope you can see what I'm doing. up to somewhere around there. And then let's cut ourselves a new little piece of red for this one. The reason why we're doing it like this is because we don't want a bunch of wires hanging loose inside of the guitar and it's going to get messy. You can do stuff to remedy it, like attach little inside things, but cut that one there, and strip this back, and strip this one back as well. Just neaten these up with a twist, and then let's bring in the soldering iron. Just melt the blob of solder in here. Now, before we do something stupid, which I think we've actually already done, I was being silly, and I was being too quick about what I was doing. We should have added a nut and a washer before the wires, so we're gonna have to let this go, and we're gonna have to redo. I forgot to add these to the inside. It's gonna be a little bit fiddly to get them on, but don't worry, we'll fix it. Okay, so now I'm back. Little mistake I did there, but you know, it's hopefully okay, and you can forgive me. I was being too quick for my own good. So let's take the soldering iron and let's get a little bit of solder on our tip, and let's begin with this ground wire here. We can hold it in place without burning ourselves, or without burning me, I suppose. Almost. I did burn myself, but it is in place, so I suppose it's at least somewhat good. Let's see if we can add this one over here without hurting ourselves. Yeah, you can see my finger there. It's brown from that. And then this can go, and these can go into this clip thing here so that they are not being strained. And then you just use a pair of pliers to sort of snip it in place. And now comes the fun part. Okay, so now I just have to put my hand in here and push this in here and just move these. Damn it, I feel like I'm in the way. But I just have to like fiddle around in here and get the nuts up on it so that I can screw it on. And it's actually not that hard to do, but it is hard to film. And as long as you put the washers on the right way, it's good to go. The one with the little teeth should go into the wood. Okay, so this upper strap button is the wrong color now because we switched from black to chrome. So I want to switch this one out as well. So I'm just going to unscrew this one and attach this new one. It's super easy to do, but it's one of those things where I feel like, you know, it's a minor detail that I care about and that I think everyone should care about, especially when it comes to my guitars. But there we have it, all attached, looking good. Let's put strings on it. Okay, so let's start with this first string, the E string. I won't film tuning the guitars because I think you know how to tune a guitar, right? But this one part can be a little bit fiddly, and especially, you know, it's more fiddly now that the string is new and it hasn't really been used, and so it's like slippery. So you push the string in, it comes out, and you go back over in a loop, and you push it through again, and you tie a little knot, and as you pull it, you push it down into that groove, so that the fold happens down there. You see how that's like in that place now? Go up to the top and push the string through, and there you have the first string. Now, I don't really care about how this looks because I'm not really that into things. But if you do care, you tie these the opposite way so that when you tie the next string, it will lie on top of this little thing that sticks out from the first one, and then you can, in that way, get them all in place. And if I did this to someone else's guitar, that's how I would do it, because obviously it's always nicer to have it look nice. But as you can see now, when I push this string in here, I pull it in, I pull it through, and I tie it off. Push it down there, and I hold it in place, and as you can see, it would have been super nice if it got stuck there as well. And there we have it. And it looks sort of neat. This one could lie down and be a little bit neater. You could also tie it the opposite way so that this one lies under there. Probably something I should have done. Maybe I can push it in there. I've never tried that. Let me see. There we go. New way of doing it that hides the end back. Looks super neat and perfect. You can do it that way if you want to, as I've just shown you. that's a cool thing you can do. I'll show you a close-up, tucking it in on that one. So, needle nose pliers, and just grab the string and just bend it over back in and push it in. And it's gone. Super easy. And obviously, if you care more about your guitar than I do, because you can see I have a bunch of scratches and dings from playing the guitar for years, you would put a masking tape to protect it. Okay, so now all the strings are on, and I'm just going to cut off a little bit of them, just so that they are not too much in the way. But I'll keep them a little bit longer, just because I haven't stretched or tuned the guitar really yet. And if I have an issue and the string like pop off or something like that, it's much easier to attach it again if I have a little bit extra of string. I'm just gonna give myself a quick little trim down so that I don't accidentally poke myself in the eye or something. Okay, so here's the guitar now. I'm just gonna quickly go away and tune the guitar, stretch the strings, tune them again, you know, the whole thing. You don't need to see me do that because you know how to tune a guitar. I believe in you. And after that, we'll plug it into some cool effects and just play it, see what it sounds like. So yeah, until next time, don't forget to stay awesome and cool and go and play some acoustic nylon string guitar. It's a lot of fun. It's super underrated when it comes to like rock and pop and glam and funk. You need to add in a little bit of nylon stringed acoustic guitar into your sound. Yeah. Anyway, if you liked the video, don't forget to press the like. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe! That means that you're cool.